Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil, and we have our account update for October 2025, and for the first time in probably a while, I'm actually extremely nervous about the state of my account right now. There is something that is just really weighing on my brain right now. There's something I really feel constrained on, and we'll talk about that today, because it is something that doesn't happen often, and when it does, I'm going to have to really kind of, push myself and my resources. So I want to give a quick shout to our channel members, as always, for their continued support. If you're ever interested, that link is below. More importantly, guys, just support the channel through likes, comments, subscribes. All of that does, just so much to help continue to push this channel. I know we're not as consistent as we used to be, but we're trying to do everything we can with the priorities I have in life. So thank you guys again. Let's get in here and let's talk some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Alright guys, so as we said, this is our account update for October 2025. So I want to start in the journey guide here, and you can see that we did finish off Vayne to Relic 7 today. So I did that just this morning. He's now Relic 7. That's another Hondo requirement done. Still farming Kix, Quiggled. Etano is one shard away, literally one shard away. Didn't get any shards from the 10 attempts I did today. We got 0 shards for that, which sucks. I hate everything. I hate life. We'll get it. And then Brutus, Quiggled, again, they're all making progress. But this is where I'm nervous, is Captain Silvo. Captain Silvo has been the one character that I have had the biggest problem getting significant drops from the era battle on. And he's the last one. With Vayne going to Cantina, a lot of people rejoiced. I cringed. I really, really wanted Captain Silvo to be the one to go to Cantina because he was the one I had the least amount of shards for. So now my fear is if he goes to a hard node, when he goes to a hard node, my timeline for Hondo is going to be so much further out simply because it's going to take me time to get him. I'm really going to have to push myself there. And even if I wanted to buy his shards, I don't have a lot of crystals. I'm really low on crystals right now. Some of that has to do with the refreshes I've done for Poverty Patrol, Duel of the Fates, and, Coven of Shadows, Ahsoka's event. Other things just have to do with the way that I've done some, continue to try to keep up with some of these era battles for characters like, Zuckuss and Forlom and everything else. So it's just been a lot of stuff that I've had going on that I need to kind of get a little bit tighter on my crystals, start spending a little bit smarter, saving some things, especially with Conquest going on as well, trying to do everything we can there. So the crystals and Silvo are an area that I'm really concerned with. If he doesn't go to Cantina, I really could be up a creek without a paddle. The one nice thing I will say, and again, I'm going to kind of block out the fat face here for a second so you guys can see this. In terms of resources for relics, we're in a very good spot. Our hoarding for, Hondo is in full effect. I've got plenty of Relic 8, plenty of Relic 9, and almost as much signal data as I need to immediately take this team to Relic 9. That includes all 5 characters. Silvo, Hondo, Vayne, SM33, Quiggled, or like Brutus, like the entire OG, the entire new Hondo team. I can take all of them to Relic 9, no questions, no problems. I think that's going to be my plan moving forward. Just because I think it's a good team, and I think that's kind of the state of the game right now. So, got all that stuff done. In terms of other farms, I did take my Dark Trooper Moff Gideon and Scout Trooper to Relic 8. And I can't remember if Jedi Master Kenobi happened last month or this month, but all 3 of those characters now Relic 8. Again, that's primarily driven by, for Kenobi, it was, okay, Relic Delta, but Dark Trooper, Moff Gideon, and Scout Trooper was 100% about combat missions and territory battles, just trying to get some additional territory points for my guild. And they've been a big help in that. They 100% have been a big help for that. It's definitely a good investment on my end. We also did get our Ahsoka Tano to Relic 9 for her Coven of Shadows event. That was an awesome one. A little bit overdue. We will talk about Ahsoka in another video and where she fits into the farming plans now that she actually does have an event. Continuing on down, just showing that we did get Maz Kanata unlocked. She is Relic 5. kind of every pirate is there ready to go. So we are in a really good space right now in terms of relics and gear, just kind of waiting around, biding our time for whenever Hondo does come into the game. Once he does, I'm going to be in a good position to kind of focus on some additional relic 9s and other relics for my account. Looking at characters like Ezra Bridger Exile as a big one. I would like to kind of get my Hutt Cartel team to at least relic 7 on Embo and Skiffguard Lando. Again, all of this kind of driven on thinking ahead to Relic Delta, thinking ahead to the upgrades I need to make just to make this account feel a little bit more like the end game level that it is. Finally, just continuing to work on mods. I have to say, I am really pleased that I have mostly, good mods on Smee, Vayne, Brutus, Captain Silvo. Like, that feels good, getting prepared for Hondo that way, that I've kind of got their stuff at least in a place where I don't feel completely out of touch with where they need to be. Obviously, they could always get better, and then it will just be finding the right mods from Hondo kind of filtered throughout my account, but we can at least start game planning for that. I've been finding it more and more challenging to get really, really good quality mods on every single character in this account. I can't lie, like, it's definitely becoming a tougher and tougher task. Not that I can't do it, but cracks in some places are beginning to show where I have to make a little bit of tougher and tougher decisions around where they go, because speed and stats are getting, increasingly higher on certain characters, that it's hard to pull that stuff away or hard to replace it because of the quality of mods that I do have. The final thing I did want to mention, just in terms of this account and where I see it heading next, I would like to really start trying to get some of those, kind of filling some of those, I'd call them like the old holes. For example, a character like Cara Dune, bringing her so I have another Rebel Fighter character, or Night Sister Spirit, working on those relics to at least make her a little bit more usable. Baze Malbus, my pilots like Bodhi and Pow for Rogue One. That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking at next, is those upgrades that will just add a little bit more depth, a little bit more width to the roster, give me some options in Grand Arena, Territory Wars, and or Conquest. GAC can help as well. Territory Battles, again, really only helping me if I get Relic 8s and 9s, and really Relic 9s at this point. And as and I'd shown kind of some of the things that I was looking at doing there. So we're going to continue to push, continue to kind of just be a little bit more frugal with the resources until we learn more about Relic Economy, Relic Delta, when those are actually coming to the game. And then, of course, game planning for the Stranger and whenever he does come and what else comes with him. So that's the video, folks. Like, subscribe, comment. Love you all. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, my friends.